Hello, class of 2020. This is Miss Campa coming at you for your final guidance senior presentation of the year. Typically this time of the year, we would be gathering all senior students in the pack to cover these final pieces of information with you, but obviously things are happening a little bit differently this spring, so we are coming at you virtually. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video and to follow through on the two items that we're asking you to take care of between now and the end of the school year. If you do have any questions after viewing this, please feel free to reach out to either Ms. Bauman or myself via email, and we are happy to help. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to everybody. I know this isn't exactly the way that you were expecting your senior year to end up, but I want to remind you that it doesn't take anything away from the accomplishments and all of the hard work that you've put in for the previous 5 years. And it also doesn't necessarily define you moving forward here. So we appreciate your flexibility and your willingness to work with us on all of this. There are two final important pieces of information that we need you to take care of, and they're both listed on this screen right now. So we are asking every senior to complete the senior survey, and then any student planning to attend a 2 or 4 year program, or really any formal training program next year, you are going to need to request your final transcript to be sent to that school or program. So if you take a look first at the senior survey box on the left-hand side, again, we are asking all students, we're looking for 100% participation here. We're asking all students to complete the senior survey, and that's going to be done through Naviance. And in just a minute here, I'll show you where to access that information. The reason that we're asking you to complete this is because I'm sure you've heard statistics in the past where we say 69% of the graduating class is attending a 4-year college, or 3% of the graduating class will be joining the military. This survey is the tool that we use to gather that information so that we have accurate statistics about your graduating class. It is a very short survey. You'll notice when we go in and take a look at it that it's only 4 questions long. And the instructions to access that are a part of this presentation on the next slide. And I'll be posting this presentation on the guidance website, as well as sending it out via email and Schoology, so that we are sure to hit everybody. We are asking students to complete this really as soon as possible, but by May 22nd at the latest. Then if you take a look on the right-hand side of the screen, the other task that we're asking you to pay attention to is the sending of final transcripts. So again, most all 4-year, 2-year, and really any formal training programs will request a copy of your final transcript. And your final transcript is going to include your semester 2 senior year grades, as well as an official graduation date. And oftentimes colleges will request this final transcript before they will allow you to register for classes or access your financial aid. So it is important that you remember to do this, to request that this final transcript to be sent, just so you don't run into any of those roadblocks down the road. We are encouraging you to do so right away now. There is a way to do it, and I'll explain in just a minute, where you put in the request now, but you're asking for us to wait until the transcript is final in June to send that out to the school that you've designated. So the instructions for that are on the last slide. And we are asking all students to complete that task, again, really as soon as possible, because there's no reason why you can't be doing it right now, but at the very latest prior to June 10th. So again, the senior survey is something that we're asking every single senior student to complete. It's done so through Naviance, and you're able to access your Naviance login through our guidance website. So I'm going to exit out here and just show you real quickly how to do that. So if you're on the guidance website, or I'm sorry, if you're on the high school website, you can always access the guidance page under the academics tab by clicking on guidance. And actually, both of the items that we're asking you to do are located in the quick link section in the upper right-hand corner of the page. So this first task, the senior survey, we're going to use the Naviance link. For the second task, you would use the Order My Transcript link. So for the Naviance, we're going to click on Naviance. It's going to redirect you to the Clever login page. We're just trying to streamline the login process for students. So when you get to this page, you're going to choose the login with Google. And when given the option, you're going to choose your 277 Apps School account. Once you get to that page, you'll be able to scroll down and find the Naviance icon. You'll click on the Naviance icon and it will automatically bypass the login for Naviance and bring you to the Naviance homepage. The Naviance homepage is going to look like this for students. And you will find the senior survey that we're asking you to complete under the About Me link in the upper right-hand corner. And then you're going to click on My Surveys. And then you're going to click on Surveys Not Started. It'll bring you to a screen that has two options. We're asking you to complete the West Tonka Senior Survey in the middle of your screen, West Tonka Senior Survey 2020. You can ignore the graduation ceremony graduation survey or complete it if you'd like. But the one that we're asking all students to complete is the West Tonka Senior Survey 2020. Again, you'll notice that it's a very quick survey. It's 4 simple questions, basically just asking you to identify what your exact plan is for next year, to indicate the name of the college or program that you'll be attending, if that is your choice, what your intended area of concentration or major will be, and then one final question where we just ask, if you were to do this whole college search and application process over again, what would be some things that you would do differently? And this just will provide us with information as we continue to work with future senior students and their college application process. Again, we're asking you to complete that survey as soon as possible, for sure by May 22nd. And then the final thing that we're asking you to do is to send your final transcripts. And any transcript request is made through Parchment. It's the exact same process that you would have used when you sent your initial transcripts with college applications earlier in the year. As I just showed you, the link for ordering your transcript, or the link to your Parchment login page, can be found on the guidance website in the upper right-hand corner. You would click on the Order My Transcript link. Students set up their own Parchment account and login information, and that is something that we don't have access to. So if you, for some reason, can't remember your login information, you will need to use the Forgot Username or Forgot Password features to retrieve that information. That is not something that we'll be able to provide for you, but it is an easy process that they have in place to retrieve that information. Once in the Parchment account, you're going to find the college or school that you would like to send your final transcript to. And the bullet in red there is probably the most important part of this. When you go to review your transcript request, it's going to say you want it sent from Mount West Tonka High School to the college of your choice. And there's going to be a drop-down box in the center of your screen with 2 options. One is to send now, and one is to hold for grades. We're going to ask you to choose the hold for grades option. What that's going to do is it's going to put your request in a queue, and it's going to sit in that queue until your transcript is final. Once your transcript is final, we'll go back and retrieve those requests and then make sure that we send that final transcript to the college of your choice. I do want to remind you that there is a payment for transcripts. It's a pretty minor payment, under $5, but know that you will need a credit or debit card ready to go for that. Once you submit your request, as long as you indicate hold for grades, it will stay in the queue, and then we will send a final request or a final transcript with senior grades and a graduation date as soon as it becomes available in June. Because we need student permission to send any transcripts, we are not able to send your transcript without you going through this Parchment request process. So even though this might feel like the 15th time that we're asking you to identify where you're going to be going to school next year, this is an important process because this is the one and only that will result in us sending your final transcript to that school or college, so that you don't run into any restrictions down the road. Thank you again for watching this video. Please, if you have any questions about either of these tasks or anything else as you wind down your high school career here, please do not hesitate to reach out to Ms. Bauman or I. We are happy to help. Thank you and have a great day.